Two Buffalo police officers accused of using excessive force almost a decade ago will soon learn their fate. A federal jury is now deciding the verdicts in a civil rights case for Detective Raymond Krug and Officer Joseph Wendell.
News 4's Marissa Perlman is here to tell us how the prosecution and the defense wrapped up their case today. Marissa?
Don and Christy, the panel listened to 2 weeks of testimony about what happened in May of 2009 after Raymond Krug and Joseph Wendell arrested 4 teenagers in a drive-by BB gun shooting. Now, Krug is accused of shooting one of them with that BB gun. Wendell is accused of encouraging him to do it. 15 witnesses later, the decision now rests with the jury. What does police brutality look like? That's how Assistant U.S. Attorney Aaron Mango began his closing arguments in federal court. He proceeded to show the jury a slideshow of photos highlighting the injuries inflicted on these teens on May 31st, 2009. That includes the BB gun pellet still lodged in one of the victims' legs to this day. There should be no doubt that the defendants abused their power. They took our U.S. Constitution, these defendants, that night and ripped it in half, Mango said, pointing to Krug and Wendell. The defense hopes to poke holes in the government's case as both Terry Connors and Rodney Personius challenge the credibility of the prosecution's key witnesses, one of them being one of these victims, Donald Silman. I suspect Donald Silman is a much better 26-year-old than he was a 17-year-old, Connor said. The teens were arrested at 52 Tree Haven after one of them fired into a group of people at Main and Custer Streets. The defense has accused the 4 teenagers of taking their shooting spree into North Buffalo that night, damaging cars and homes, and then lying under oath about it on the witness stand. Connors and Personius also pointed to Lieutenant Gregory Kwiatkowski, the 3rd Buffalo police officer on the scene that night, as someone who could be the person who pulled the trigger, firing the BB gun at Donald Silman. Now, Kwiatkowski, who has already pleaded guilty, also testified and admitted to slamming each of the teens' heads into a police car. Krug and Wendell are currently suspended with pay. They each face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Jury deliberations continue tomorrow morning. Marissa Perlman, News 4.